Hey, what's up? Robert Dunbar, Training by Dunbar. Thank you guys for joining me Friday, December 20th. Getting close to the new year, which is what I'm going to be talking about on this video. I got a comment from somebody asking me about my background. Why your background always look the same? Because I'm shooting a video in my home office, so the background should always be the same, just in case anybody else is wondering about that. Now, I do shoot videos in other places because I travel a lot, and sometimes I shoot videos in my hotels, on my Airbnbs, and all that stuff. But typically speaking, I'm in my home office shooting another video, 10-minute video, so I can get it on Instagram as well. We're going to talk a little bit about why it's important to set goals before the first of the year. Because I don't want you guys to let the calendar control when you make a change. Now, you hear me say all the time that your calendar is your boss. And I still stand by that. Your calendar is your boss. But I want you to keep in mind that if you move when everybody else moves, right? So everybody says, hey, end of the year coming, beginning of the new year, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that, and I get it. I understand you need that area in your life where you can say get excited about changing your goals. I would encourage you, I would implore you to say, look, I'm going to make a change tomorrow, right? Even if you look at your list that you've already created, because it's getting close to the end of the year. So I know some of you all already have a list of things that you're already setting up to do for the beginning of the year. I would tell you to take one or two items, right? Whatever you feel like you can do and not be inundated with these changes. So let's say you take your list and you say, I've got 5 things, 10 things that I'm changing in the new year. Take maybe 2 of those items. Change them tomorrow. Change them Monday. Work on what you need to do to make a change by Monday. Why am I encouraging you to do that? Because I don't believe in, and it's no judgment for anybody who does it. I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to get you better, right? So the point of me doing these videos is for a coaching and a training opportunity that you don't have to pay for. Content, free content for you, right? I believe that the more you force yourself or discipline yourself to make changes and not do it when the world is doing it, not trying to fall into this idea of, oh, it's the first of the year and everybody's making changes, let me do my New Year resolution. No, do a resolution now and change it on Monday. How many times, look at your list of things, in the last 5, 10, 15 years, I'm 44. So if anybody is my age that's looking at this video, anybody in my audience, no matter whether you're 30, 35, 40, 20, 25, older than 44, right? Look at how many years have gone by that you've made a change or said, I'm going to make a change on the 31st or somewhere's about. And then when the new year came and you started and then you didn't do it. Or you had so many changes you were going to make that you ended up not making any changes. I don't want you to fall into that. I want you to stay in control of your changes and fall away from, I'm going to do it at the beginning of the year. Because what happens is when you fail at it, then you wait until the beginning of the next year. And you're losing all the time. Guys, time is so precious. Look, I've learned now at this age that money is not important. Time is. With time, you can get everything else. As long as you take care of your time, all the other things, family, money, God, all of the things that you believe in, right? I know I'm bringing those things up because I'm part of an organization, Team New Vision, and we say faith, family, finance, fitness. Faith, family, finance, fitness, right? That's Team New Vision. So I'm just using those principles. If I've got time, I can spend time with God. If I've got time, I can spend time with family. If I've got time, I can spend time on my finances. If I have time, I can spend time working out or dealing with my fitness, no matter what that may be. Whether it be dieted, eating healthy, taking supplements, or going to the gym. It doesn't matter. Time is the most important thing because it allows you to do all the other things. So I value my time. The money will come, right? The money will come. So I want you all to look at how many times you set goals and say on the first, I'm gonna change these things in the year of 2018, 2019, 2020. I'm going to make these changes in my life. And then by March, you realize that you're not going to make those changes. You don't make those changes. And you say, you know what? I'm going to push for that again next year. So what did you do? You just lost 9 months out of your life? 9 months are going to go by. You're not going to ever pursue that again because you're going to let the calendar year control when you reach for your goals again. Control your goals yourself. Constantly when you miss, right? Giving you my example. When I run for things, when I'm pushing for a goal, when I miss, as soon as I realize I'm not going to hit that goal, I push it out. But I'll push it out in a reasonable amount of time. Maybe it's a few days, maybe it's a few weeks, maybe it's a few months. It depends on what the goal is. But I'm not waiting to the end of the year because how much time am I going to lose procrastinating by saying, I'm going to do this again on the 1st? So I had a conversation with a friend of mine and we were talking about, hey, what are you doing in the beginning of the year, right? What are you doing as far as December 31st, that night, bringing in the new year? Oh, I'm going to church with my family. We're going to spend some time with the church family and things of that nature. So I said to him, I said, why are you going to church on New Year's Eve? Not because there's something wrong with that, because I go to church sometimes on New Year's Eve. Also, I volunteer at my church. I'm very committed to my church. So this is not an anti-church. So don't hear that and think I mean you shouldn't go to church. No judgment on what you're doing. I was going somewhere with it. So I said, well, why are you going to church on New Year's Eve? Well, I want to be with the church family and I want to bring the new year in with my family and with God because I got some changes I want to make and I want to pray about them on New Year's Eve. And I said, well, why wouldn't you just pray about those tonight and try to make the change tomorrow? Well, on New Year's Eve, we're going to have church. Our church is having yeah, well, you can still go there. But why are you waiting? Do you think God recognizes December 31st as some special day before the first of the year? The calendar year is human. We made that up. That's not God's doing. God doesn't care nothing about December 31st versus January 1st. I get it. I'm trying to get you to understand you don't need to wait until December 31st to go to church service to pray for God to hear your prayers and know you're looking to move forward in specific things and bless that deal. You can do that tonight. God is omnipresent, right? So I said that to him. We had a long conversation about it, a good conversation about it, because the premise of that was we procrastinate and we're looking for reasons to procrastinate. We don't need to wait until the beginning of the year. Move forward on your goals today. Control your success. You have to make sure that you put yourself in the driver's seat as it comes to making changes. So when you're saying, hey, look, I need to move forward in something, you move forward on it today or tomorrow or next week. So take a couple of those goals, a couple of the things off your list that you said you're going to do on January 1st. You're going to start on January 1st. Start on Monday. Overlook them this weekend, see what changes you need to make, and just do a couple of them. Because one other thing will happen to you all. The first of the year comes and you got this whole list of this new changes in your life. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to start working on that stuff and you're going to realize, you know what? It's too much. I made too many changes and I can't keep up with all that. You can't do it. So when you see me looking down, by the way, it's because I got some notes down here that I'm taking a look at so I can stay on time for my 10 minutes. So when it comes to not waiting till the first of the year, never change. You'll never change what you tolerate. So look at your list of things that you're saying you want to change. If you're willing to tolerate those things, it's going to be very difficult to change them. You're going to have some strong willpower because you're going to need circumstances to be in which it's upsetting to you or it angers you or the people around you, your family, your kids, your spouse, whoever are really fed up with some things that you're doing and you're making that change. I'm telling you all, you have to be upset or angry to make a lot of different changes on a lot of different things. So all you're going to do is drive yourself crazy. Look at the things that you can no longer tolerate and say, look, I can't tolerate this no more. It's slowing my business down. It's slowing my life down. I'm not as productive because of these things. Look at some books that you can pick up that will help you defeat those things. Look at some YouTube videos that will help you defeat those things and work on them one at a time. But start this weekend. Do not wait until the first of the year. The worst thing you can do is say, look, I'm going to do all these New Year's resolutions and then the new year come in and you don't do anything consistently because you've got too many things or whatever the case may be. And then by March, you're not doing nothing. And you're saying, oh, next year. And then you're going to fall behind. You're going to lose that time. So guys, I'm trying to help you all here. Training by Dunbar. You can follow me on Facebook. I've got a page there. I'm also on Instagram at Training by Dunbar. I'm also on YouTube with the channel Training by Dunbar. Robert Dunbar signing off. Book release April of 2020. Talk to you guys all soon.